Okay, here we are in round one, and this is a perfect keep. We've got a pretty sweet curve, I think. You can start getting in for immediate damage with the Soltari Emissary, and then hopefully win the race by life gaining with the Faithful and whatnot. Or if the guy is more aggressive, and then we will start with Phantom Nomad on turn 2. We start with a bodyguard. And next turn is probably going to be the Phantom Nomad unless he has no plays. And then I'm going to go with the Emissary. He does have a play. I can't block flanking. That's actually interesting. That means my Phantom Nomad cannot actually get in there and block him successfully. So I think I'm just going to go with the Emissary and go on offensive. And I'm going to go with points because I have more white required stuff than I do blue. I only need one island in the field actually. So getting in there for damage because he can't block. Now I can't pass a turn because at any point if he tries to kill my Emissary, I'm going to save it with the bodyguard. So hopefully I stop drawing lands and keep getting Terra's Faithful and I should be fine. Matron comes out, search your field. Alright. Is it the Goblin deck? So next turn, Nomad it up, and then I have a blocker for the Matron or whatever. He's getting back Beetleback Chief. It doesn't really show on this client very well. So he's going to start swarming at next turn. Ooh, we got a Trapper. Do I want that over Nomad? Probably. So play Plains. Play my Trapper. Give this guy Shadow. Swing in for 2. Next turn I'm taking 2, but I can stop the Matron from attacking with the Trapper. And I have protection with the bodyguard. And next turn I have Terra's Faithful as well, which means I can't tap with the Trapper, and I probably can't attack with the Emissary, but you can at least block the Fallen Ascari from attacking. It stems the bleeding a little bit. Alternatively, I can just hold back on playing the Faithful, depending on what he does. What's he targeting? Targeting the swamp? Oh, okay. Oh, jeez. Well, that's not too bad for us, actually. There's nothing too crazy that he can take from our hand. Terra's Faithful is quite good, and it synergizes heavily with our 2 Bragos, but our current board state is fine enough that I'm okay with this. Also, that sets him back a turn for playing the Beetleback Pack Chief, if he does have another land. And he doesn't attack, which I think was an error, because I can't block the Ascari. Yeah, that works. Alright, so we're gonna swing with the Emissary. then we're going to play the outpost and then pass the turn, I believe. Sacrificing our planes. And do we make a minion or do we drop Nomad? I think ultimately the Nomad will be more beneficial to us, so that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to tap. Yeah, okay. Boom. In the beginning of combat, we're going to tap down that Scary. This Shadow guys really didn't work. It's insane, actually. How much damage he does. So that's something to keep an eye out for, the Shadow theme. Okay, we got Deep Analysis, but I don't think we're going to be using it quite yet. There's nothing that we really need on the board. Much more content just swinging with the Shadow guy. Actually, I can swing with the Nomad too. He doesn't have any good blocks. Boom, got him in a limb already. And he's going to need 2 removal spells to deal with the Emissary. Okay, the Chief comes out. That means no more attacking with the Phantom Nomad, but the Emissary is going to continue dealing a significant chunk of damage. And he swings with nothing. I think you should be swinging at least with the Matron. But, there's nothing I really want to be bouncing. Not just yet, at least. I could like bounce a Goblin token. That seems fairly miserable. I think I'm just going to draw 3 cards, or draw 2 cards. Aha, okay, so nothing useful. Just gonna swing in there then. So we're getting into a bit of a race mode. We don't really have any more gas in our hand except for this Mana War. I mean, worst case, if I keep drawing lands and I can get to a point where I can bounce a Mesmeric Fiend and then play Terra's Faithful, and then when he tries to use a Fiend on me, then he gets nothing, and I get the Faithful out. And then I got a pretty solid wall of defense while my Emissary goes to town. Targeting the Emissary. Yeah. I will protect you, sir. Where's it red? See, does he have a follow-up removal? Yes, he does. The Trapper ultimately will just be a better blocker. Actually, Nomad stops all his 1/1s from attacking. The Trapper also stops all his 1/1s from attacking. The Nomad also stops the Beetleback tree. But if I use a Trapper, then I can't actually block on the same turn, so I'm going to get rid of the Trapper. I think that's fine, at least in this current state. He hasn't played a big enough creature that my Nomad can't deal with, so I think just having the Nomad out is decent. And I can't block the Scary, but I will happily block the Beetleback Chief. Taking 5 here. Aha! Okay, so we got another Faithful, which works out pretty well for us in terms of winning races. Yep, back to 17. Brutal. And over here, I think I'd swing with both. I mean, I like to trade the Phantom Nomad for a Nightscape Familiar, or the Fiend. I think it's just extra value. I don't want to be blocking. Perfect. Alright, we're at 17, our opponent's at 6. Next turn, if I don't draw any gas, and I can do Mana War, if I so chose. I'm also going to be starting to pump out soldier tokens. This is good. See what that final card in his hand is. If he can deal with the emissary, then I'm kind of screwed though. It seems he cannot. And he opts not to attack at all. I could destroy the Mesmeric Fiend, but I don't think I need it just yet. I think I'm just going to attack with the emissary and then hang back with the token maker. Well, they're 2 creatures. Maybe end of turn I'll afterlife the Fiend and then drop the Faithful, depending on how things go. But he has 2 more turns to figure out how to deal with the emissary. If not, I just win. And then even if he does have plenty of time... Oh my god, I forgot about the deep analysis. Even if he does deal with the emissary, then I could potentially figure out something else. Alright, so if he's doing flashback here, then I'm just going to make a token, sacrifice a token. And that means he has 0 outs. Oh man, I should have flashback this thing. What was I thinking? Alright, so we won that one. I saw... we could throw in Renewed Faith just to cycle and gain 2 life, but I think paying 2 mana to cycle and draw 2, gain 2 isn't the best. So I don't know. I think that was fun. He had a lot of 1/1s, so eventually Deathblade Elite is, oh, actually he doesn't actually kill things. He can just block the biggest thing. We could throw in Aquamova instead of the Deathblade Elite. Just one of them. We don't need to even like throw in Circular Logic or anything with it. I think that would ultimately be better, because he does have a lot of 1-drops, or 1 toughness creatures that Aquamova can block fairly well. I'm not going to go too crazy and throw in like a second one just yet. But yeah, that seems fine.